Hello, Sudoku friends, and good morning to Wednesday, the 29th of November 2023, and once again, an El País expert Sudoku. I'm waiting for the New York Times hot Sudoku to be published, and that will be in about 3 hours or 3.5 hours time. What are we looking at? We're looking at a 9 blocking across and down, so a 9 clearly must go here. There's a lot of 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9 things going on. I wonder if that is going to mean something. Finding this 9 and looking at these 8s blocking across and down, it's clear that an 8 must go here. Now we have an 8 blocking down and one more blocking down, one blocking across, and 8 goes here. 9 blocks down and across and down, a 9 here. Oh, look at this. We got a 4 and a 9 now here and a 4 and a 9 here. And that means that these two positions must be occupied by a 4 and a 9. Does that mean anything for these 4 squares? Yes. Well, not for these 4, but at least for one of these, because now we have a 7 blocking across and down. So a 7 must go here. That's clear. We are also going to have a 7 here or here because this 7 blocks up, this 7 blocks across. One of these must be a 7 blocking across. This 7 blocks across. So yes, 7 here or here. We are going to have a 3 in one of these two squares, and therefore a 3 here, here, or here. 4s. 4 blocks up and over. 4 goes here or here, and therefore here or here. Ah, yes, yes, yes. And it's got to be here. I'll tell you why. Because we have established that one of these must be a 4, therefore none of these can be a 4. We know that this 4 blocks here, therefore this can't be a 4. And we know that a 4 in block 3 must go here or here. But since this is also the last chance for a 4 in column 7, there is no doubt that this must be the 4. I'm already looking at a 9 and an 8 blocking up and over. 9, 8 go in 2 of these squares, 7 blocks up. 9, 8, 7 go in 3 of these 4 squares, but that is not quite enough, is it? But since I'm speaking of the 9s, I'm seeing these 9s blocking across here and up here, so here's a 9. And now we have an 8 and a 9 pair here and here blocking up here. We have 8 and 9 blocking here, so guess what? These two squares must be an 8 and a 9. And we can do something, I believe, with the 7s. This is 7 blocks across, this blocks up, here is a 7, right? And now we're going to have a 7 here or here. Therefore, a 7 for row 3 must go either here or here. Maybe that will be of importance later on. Did we talk about the 6 going here and here? We also have a 2 going here or here. This 2 and 6 block up. This 2 and 6 block across. 2 and 6 must go here. We also said, and this is where it gets interesting, I think, that one of these must be a 7, since we now know that both of these must be 2 and 6. It follows that neither can be a 7. Therefore, the 7 goes here. And what did we say about these squares? We said that an 8, 9, and a 7 must go in 3 of those 4 squares. Oh, we also find ourselves with a 4 here now, don't we? Yes, we do, because this 4 blocks across. These are 2 and 6. Therefore, this must be a 4. Remember the 4, 9 here? And now the 4 must go here and the 9 here. And now we can't have a 7 or a 9 here. We also can't have a 5. So 5 goes here or here. And what else goes here? A 1, 5, and a 3. But let me get back to the 9 blocking up, 9 blocking up, 9 blocking over. 9 goes here or here. We also had 9s here or here. And we had an 8 here or here. So I'm wondering about the 8. 8 blocks up and over. 8 can go in any of these 3 squares, I think. That's a little complicated. So let's instead see if we can find something else to play with. 8 and 9. So these must be a 1 or a 2. We also need a 5, 6, and a 7 for the top row. 6 can't go here. This is 1, 2. 6 could go here, here, or here. Now I don't think that's going to fly. Let's have a look here. 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6. 2, 6, 4. So this is a 3 or a 5. We have a 1 blocking over. Might as well plug in the 1 here, right? So this is a 3, 5, and a 4. And therefore these must be a 2, 6. Both of them, we know that this is a 2, 6, and this is a 2, 6. This is a 2, 6. So this can't possibly be a 2 or a 6. For these squares, apart from the 2 and a 6, we also need to find a 3 and a 5. So this must be a 3 or a 5. And we know that a 3 must go in one of these squares anyway. So we got 2, 6 here. So 3 and 5 in 2 of these squares. I'm not at all sure about that. We have a 2 in one of these squares, and we know this because one of these is a 2 blocking up, and we have a 2 blocking up here. So 2 up here. Let's have a look here, shall we? We know that one of these must be a 2 because these can't be 2s, and we have 2s blocking here. So yes, one of these is a 2. We also need to find a 3, and a 3 must go here, here, or here. We need to find a 6, which must go here or here. That leaves, I believe, a 5 and a 1, and that is more problematic because I have absolutely no idea about those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 6 here. So this is a 2 or a 5. I keep returning to block 1. We only have 2 givens, but we know that these are 9 and 8. And we know that a 2 must go up here somewhere. And we only have 3 givens in row 3, but I am zooming in on this square because it can be a 1, but it cannot be a 2 because a 2 must go up here. It cannot be a 3, 4, 5, 6, nor can it be a 7, 8, or a 9. So you see, it's got to be a 1. And now we have these 2 ones blocking down, therefore one of these is a 1. We have 1 blocking down, therefore one of these is a 1. And it follows that one of these, therefore, has got to be a 1 now. And I wonder if we can say more about these 3 squares now. They have to be a 2, 3, and a 6. No, I don't think we can. That's unfortunate. Across here, we need to find a 2, 5, 7, 8, 9. There's a 2, 9, 8 blocking here. So this is a 7 or a 5. 7, 8, 9 blocking here. This is a 2 or a 5, but I think I found that out earlier. 7, 8, 9 also blocking here. Are we zooming in on something interesting? 2, 5, 2, 5? I think we are. We know that this can't be a 9, 8. And that this must be a 9, 8. So 9, 8, 9, 8, 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5. What's missing? A 7. A 7 must go here. That was not easy. Well, at least for me, it wasn't easy, I should say. So Can we do something now with the 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, not 9, 8 here? What else is missing? If this is not a 9 and an 8, and this must be a 9, 8, this can't be a 9, 8, so we got a 9 and an 8 here, don't we? I'm reluctant to try this out because I don't want to redo this puzzle, but if I'm right, and this is just a very quick thinking, then this is a 9 and this is an 8. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm not sure that this reasoning is legit, but you know, let's have a look at it again, shall we? We know that these are 9, 8. So let's just focus on this one here. We know that this is a 9, 8. Let's just look at what cannot be a 9, 8. A 9, 8 blocks up here, 9, 8 blocks up here, 9 blocks up here. So it's true that one of these must be a 9. We also have one of these is a 9. One of these is also an 8. And that means that to avoid the unique rectangle, none of these can be an 8, and we have an 8 blocking up here and over here. So I'm pretty sure that this is going to be an 8. Yes, of course, 5 and 1s must go in these two squares. So now let's focus on these two squares. They can't be 5 and 1. They must be 2, 6, and a 7. And since we have a 7 blocking up here and here, we know that this is a 7, and these must be a 2 and a 6 pair. Now perhaps we are cooking. And this now can't be a 6. 6 blocks over and up. We know that one of these is a 6. We also know that one of these is a 4. And we know, by the way, that these are 9 and 8. Therefore, this has got to be a 3, doesn't it? And that gives me a 2, 6, and a 5 here. Also not possible. 2, 6 here, 2, 6 here. We know that. But we did manage to find this 7, which now blocks across. This blocks across, this 7 blocks up, and this 7 blocks up. So yeah, I was right. This is not a 9 and it's not an 8. It is a 7. Now let's revisit the 9 and the 8s, shall we? Because I think it is clear now. Or is it? 9, 8 blocks up, 9, 8 blocks over. It is clear that these must be a 9 and an 8, as I said earlier. The 9 blocks up, forcing the 8 to go here and the 9 here. Therefore, we have a 9 here, we have an 8 here. This is a 1, 5. We also need a 2 for one of these squares. We don't know which one it's going to be, but these are 2 and 5, remember? I think we are looking quite good now, at least better than before. We got a couple of 8s blocking across and an 8 blocking down, and 8 blocking down. And 8 goes here. Still a 1, 5 here. Nothing I can do about it yet. 2, 6, 1, 3, 5. 3 here or here. 6 here or here. But we have also something interesting concerning the 1 and 5 in this row, row 8. This is a 1, 5. Now let's examine this column. It must be a 1, 5 or a 4. We have a 4 blocking here, so this is a 1, 5, and this is a 1, 5. 1, 5, 1, 5, 2, 3, 6. Well, all I can say really is that a 2 goes here or here. A 1 must go here or here because this one blocks here and this one blocks here. But let's revisit the 1s blocking down. And we said that one of these is a 1, and that's not exactly true, is it? And it's not exactly true because we already know that these are 1 and 5. So one of these must be a 1. Therefore, this can under no circumstance be a 1. 1 must go here. This 1 blocks across. This 1 blocks down. 1 goes here. And that gives us a 5 here and a 1 here. 3 and 5 here now. 5 also blocks across here and 5 blocks down. So here is a 5. Here we just need to find a 2 and a 6. Those 2s and 6s are really bugging me, but I guess that is the purpose of this puzzle. You get a lot of help from the 9-8 pairs, and then you get stuck with 2s and 6s. This is part of Sudoku life. 5 here or here, 5 also blocks here, so a 5 must go here. And here we can finally enter a 4. That gives us a 4 here, and it gives us a 3 here. 2, 6, 2, 6. We know that. 2, 6, not 2, 6, but the 5 blocks up, down, and over. Here's a 5. 3 blocks across and down. Here's a 3. 2, 6, 2, 6. 2, 6, 2, 6. 2, 6. Also 2, 6 here. So that leaves just one square to find here, and that must be a 3. Now we got a 1, 3 here, and this can't be a 3. We need a 1 and a 3 for these two squares, and therefore this must be a 6. That resolves a lot of squares now. I think this is now a 2, this is a 6, this is a 6, this is a 2, this is a 6, and this is a 2. Anything else? Yes. 6 here and 2 here. Unwinding is always fun, isn't it? A 6, 5, and a 3. 3 goes here or here, blocking here. 3 blocks down here. Here's a 3. This must be a 5. 5 blocks up here, 5 blocks over here. Here's a 5. And here we need a 2. This 2 blocks up. Here's another 2. Here we need a 5. No, we need a 1 and a 6. The 6 blocks over. Here's a 1, here's a 6, and here's therefore the 5. Remember the 1, 5 pair? 5 blocks down. Here's a 5, and here's therefore a 3, giving me a 3 here and a 1 here. Up here we need a 1, and down here we need a 6. A really wonderful puzzle today. As usual, it started off very easy and it became quite challenging, I think, at least for me later on. Thank you for watching and bye for now. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday.